God told me to stop everything I was doing to deliver this message directly to you. Yes, you. This message is not random. This moment is not by chance. If your soul is restless, if your heart feels like it's been crying in silence, then what you're about to hear could change the direction of your life. Someone has been trapped in a toxic place, maybe emotionally, maybe spiritually, maybe even physically. You've been surviving in an environment that has drained your light, stolen your peace, and almost convinced you that this is all life has to offer. But listen closely. God says you are leaving. That place will no longer have power over you. That environment will no longer define your future. This isn't just a shift in scenery. It's a divine extraction, a heavenly relocation. What has been familiar but painful is about to be replaced by the unknown but blessed. Do not scroll away. Do not leave this video, because within the next few moments, you are going to hear why you've been through what you've been through and what comes next. God is revealing the reason for your pain, the path of your escape, and the promise waiting on the other side. This is a spiritual transition, and you are already in motion, a divine urgency. This message is not a coincidence. There are no accidents in the kingdom of God. When you feel drawn to a message like this, it's not simply content, it's a spiritual appointment. God has been watching the tears you cried behind closed doors, watching how you tried to stay strong in the very middle of chaos, watching how they mistreated you, misunderstood you, manipulated you. And now God has issued a command in the heavenlies. It's time to move. You see, toxic places don't just harm the body, they suffocate the soul. They make you question your worth, your calling, your very existence. They distort your ability to hear God clearly. They drain your joy and steal your vision. But you kept praying, even if the words barely left your lips. Your spirit cried out, and that cry reached heaven. That's why this message found you today. This is divine urgency. Heaven has dispatched angels not just to comfort you, but to carry you out, to break every spiritual chain tied to that place, to close every portal the enemy has been using to torment your peace. You are not crazy, you are not weak, you are not forgotten. You are chosen, and chosen ones don't stay in toxic territories forever. So don't ignore this moment. You are being pulled out with purpose, because where you're going next is nothing like what you're leaving behind. God saw everything that happened in that toxic place. You may think no one truly knows what you endured. The gaslighting, the emotional manipulation, the isolation. People may have called you dramatic, weak, or too sensitive, but God saw it all. He saw the nights you cried yourself to sleep, begging for clarity or for it all to stop. He saw how they smiled in public but tore you apart in private. He saw how you kept loving, kept giving, kept forgiving, even when you were running on empty. And let this be clear. God is not blind and God is not silent. Just because he didn't act the moment you begged doesn't mean he wasn't preparing justice behind the scenes. There were things he allowed not to punish you, but to position you, to reveal what needed to be seen, to strip the mask off what was poisoning your soul. There is a reason you're still alive. There is a reason you didn't lose your mind in that environment. It's because God shielded your spirit even when your heart was breaking. And now, because you endured what most would not survive, a season of reversal is coming. Yes, God is about to flip the script. The same people who thought they buried you will soon witness your resurrection. He saw it all, and now he's doing something about it. Write in the comments, God saw it all and he's rescuing me. Let your voice be heard in the spirit. This is not just a comment, it's a prophetic agreement. The enemy tried to break you there but failed. There are places you were never meant to stay in forever, but the enemy fought hard to keep you trapped, emotionally, spiritually, financially, and even relationally. Not because you were weak, but because of the power you carry, because of the calling on your life, because of the light inside of you that terrified the darkness around you. That toxic place, it wasn't just a bad environment, it was a battlefield. And whether you realized it or not, every day you woke up in that place, you were in the middle of a spiritual war. The enemy didn't want your happiness. He wanted your mind, he wanted your peace, he wanted your purpose. He wanted you so spiritually exhausted that you would stop believing in breakthrough. He wanted you convinced that things would never change, that this was your fate. He wanted to shatter your identity and make you doubt your God. But guess what? He failed. Yes, you may have been bruised. Yes, you may have cried more than anyone knows, but through it all, you kept your spirit alive. You may have felt distant from God, but you never fully disconnected. Even when you didn't have the strength to speak, your spirit whispered, God, please help me. And God heard that whisper like a trumpet in heaven. The enemy set traps. Emotional abuse, fear, confusion, betrayal. But somehow you kept walking, you kept waking up, you kept functioning, you kept holding on. That is not weakness, that is spiritual strength. That is divine resilience, and it's proof that hell can't break what heaven built. The enemy underestimated your endurance. He underestimated your connection to God. And now, because he failed to destroy you, God is about to elevate you in front of every force that tried to oppress you. Do you understand what that means? This next move of God in your life is not just deliverance, it is vindication. It is heaven declaring to hell, you tried to destroy this one, but I have preserved them for something greater. So if you're still standing, even if you're limping, understand this. Your survival was the signal. Your breakthrough is next. If the enemy tried to break you, but you're still here, write in the comments, I survived for a purpose. Let every demon that tried to stop you see your faith rise today. Why you stayed so long, the spiritual delay explained. You've probably asked yourself this question more than once. Why did I stay there for so long? Why did I remain in that house, in that city, in that relationship, in that heavy atmosphere, even when I knew deep inside it was draining me? Let me tell you something that most people won't dare say. It wasn't your weakness. It was divine timing. There was a spiritual reason why your exit didn't happen earlier. Not because God abandoned you, not because He forgot about your cries, but because He was working in the background, dismantling structures, closing doors you didn't even know were open, and preparing the very real place you're about to walk into. Yes, I'm talking about a real house, a real location, a physical environment that God is literally opening for you. This is not just a metaphor for peace. It's not just symbolic language. There is a literal address with your name on it that the enemy tried to block but couldn't. For a long time, you stayed because you didn't have the resources to leave. You were emotionally tied to people who made you feel guilty for wanting more. You were afraid of the unknown, afraid of starting over. You were stuck between hope and disappointment. But here's what was happening in the spirit. God was holding you still, not to punish you, but to prepare a place so perfectly tailored you wouldn't have to force your way into it. He was testing the hearts of those around you. He was revealing who was for you and who was draining you. He was allowing you to see clearly so that when you leave, you never return again. You see, if you had left earlier, you might have gone back. But now, the pain you experienced in that place has become your clarity. You know too much to ever call that home again. Let this be prophetic and practical. God is preparing keys, real keys to a real door, to a real home. It may be a relocation, a move across town, or even across the country, but the door is opening soon. He's not just removing you from a toxic environment. He is planting you in a place where your soul can breathe again, where your sleep is peaceful, where the walls don't carry the echoes of trauma, where every window you open lets in light, not anxiety, where you can finally say, "This is the place God chose for me." It's not a dream, it's not just spiritual language. This is your physical exodus. And when God moves you, you won't go empty-handed. You will have provision, you will have help, you will have peace. So don't let shame trick you into thinking you wasted years. You were in divine holding, and now the hold has been lifted. Write in the comments, "God is preparing my new home." Declare it. Speak it aloud. Let the angels see your faith aligning with your future. Heaven has declared, your exit begins now. There comes a moment in every spiritual journey where heaven makes a final decree. Enough. Enough of the pain, enough of the delay, enough of the oppression, enough of living in an atmosphere that steals your joy and stifles your spirit. And beloved, that moment has come for you. Heaven has issued a command concerning your life. This child will not remain where they are. The chapter of suffering is closing. Their exit begins now. This is not wishful thinking. This is not about someday. This is the divine shift already in motion. Whether you realize it or not, things have already started to move in the spirit realm. Conversations are being had about you in rooms you haven't entered. Hearts are being stirred to help you. Systems are being restructured. Doors that were once locked are beginning to crack open. And now, hear this clearly. You are about to move literally. There is a real home, a real neighborhood, a real space that God has already set apart for you. Not a dark room, not a house filled with spiritual heaviness, not a place where you have to beg for peace, but a beautiful place filled with light, filled with stillness, filled with the presence of God. Imagine waking up and opening a window to the sunlight, not dread. Imagine walking across floors that hold no memories of trauma. Imagine living in a space where you can finally exhale and say, I feel safe. I feel whole. I feel home. Yes, it's beautiful, not just emotionally, but visibly. You shall dwell in peaceful habitations, in secure dwellings, and in quiet resting places. Isaiah 32:18. God is not relocating you to just anywhere. He is moving you to a place designed to match your healing, a place that will reflect the restoration He's doing inside of you. Expect beauty, expect nature, expect peace, expect God's presence woven into the very structure. And here's the most important part. It's not far away, it's coming soon. You won't be stuck for years waiting on it. You won't be abandoned in confusion. Your spirit already feels it. That sense of discomfort in your current space, that restlessness you can't shake, that urge to clean, to throw things away, to prepare. It's your soul responding to the divine countdown. This isn't just prophetic, it's practical. Start organizing, start preparing, start expecting, because when God says move, it happens fast. You will not leave empty, you will not leave afraid. You will leave empowered, favored, and guided by angels every step of the way. If you believe your beautiful new home is coming, write in the comments, my exit has begun. I'm ready for what God prepared. Let that declaration seal your agreement with this divine transition. Angelic intervention is already in motion. You may not see them with your natural eyes, but they're there, sent, assigned, dispatched directly from the throne of heaven on your behalf. While you've been wrestling in the natural, emotionally exhausted, mentally drained, spiritually questioning, angelic activity has already begun all around you. And it's not random, it's not theoretical, it's not poetic. It's real, it's personal, and it's already happening. In Psalm 91:11, God made a promise, for He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. And that's exactly what's happening right now. The moment heaven declared your exit, the moment God said, they're not staying in that toxic place any longer, angelic forces were activated. They were given instructions, assignments, coordinates. Their task is simple: bring you out, protect you through, and lead you into the new. These are not soft, passive spirits. These are warrior angels. They know what has tried to torment you. They know the invisible chains that have held your environment in spiritual darkness. And their mission is to break, clear, and cover. Break the curses that lingered in your home. Clear the path for your physical transition. Cover you as you walk forward so no enemy can pull you back. You may have noticed things lately. Unusual dreams, random peace in moments of chaos, protection from accidents, a sudden stirring in your spirit, doors closing without explanation. These are signs that angelic forces are already at work. You are not alone in this transition. Right now, in the atmosphere around your home, there is movement, there are presences, there is divine military action. And these angels are not negotiating with the darkness that tried to keep you stuck. They are dismantling spiritual strongholds. They are removing what no longer serves your purpose. They are preparing the spiritual atmosphere of the new place where you will live, that beautiful home God is leading you to. You may think this is too supernatural to believe, but let me remind you, everything in the natural begins in the spiritual. And just because you can't see the hands at work doesn't mean your miracle isn't already in motion. God's interventions often begin invisibly, but their results are undeniable. You will look back and say, I don't know how everything aligned so perfectly. I don't know how I got approved for that home. I don't know how the move happened so fast. I don't know how the money came in, but it happened. That's angelic intervention, and it's not coming. It's already here. So walk with expectation. When you feel a sudden burst of peace in the middle of fear, that's an angel nearby. When things work out without you forcing them, that's angelic presence going before you. When doors open you didn't even knock on, that's heaven's favor at work. If you believe angels are already preparing your path, write in the comments, angels are guiding my exit and protecting my future. Let the spiritual world see your agreement. Say it, declare it, seal it. God is uprooting you for a purpose. What's happening to you right now is not chaos, it's not coincidence, it's not collapse, it's a divine uprooting. And uprooting is never comfortable because it feels like everything stable is being shaken at once. Maybe you've been feeling like you don't belong where you are anymore. Like your soul is too big for the room you're in, like your spirit is suffocating in spaces that used to feel familiar. Maybe relationships have suddenly ended. Maybe opportunities have dried up. Maybe even the home you're in right now feels like a place where your peace goes to die. But hear this loud and clear. You're not being abandoned. You're being repositioned. God is uprooting you not to harm you, but to plant you in a place where your roots can finally go deep and strong. Just like a gardener removes a tree from soil that no longer nourishes it, God is pulling you out of toxic ground because He knows what He placed inside of you. You weren't made to merely survive. You weren't created to shrink. You weren't born to endure spiritual starvation. There is a divine assignment over your life, and the environment where you are now, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically, is no longer compatible with that assignment. You've outgrown it, not in arrogance, but in anointing. Let me say it plainly. The reason it hurts to stay where you are is because your destiny no longer fits there. The house you live in now, it was only meant to be temporary, a transition, a season, not a sentence. And that's why everything has started to feel so uncomfortable, because heaven has issued a relocation order. God is not just changing your environment, He is calling you higher. He is creating space for your gifts to expand, for your voice to be heard, for your soul to breathe deeply. And that requires movement, that requires trust, that requires courage. You will soon look back and understand that the place that almost crushed you was the same place that revealed just how powerful your calling really is. And now, because you stayed faithful through the struggle, God is getting ready to reward you with an environment built for your elevation. If you feel God pulling you out for a purpose, write in the comments, "I'm ready to be planted where I can flourish." Say it with faith. Let the realm of the Spirit witness your alignment with God's plan. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. Homeless man becomes a millionaire through the power of one. One day, on accident, I heard a man praying in a park. The next month, I found him driving an Aston Martin. I begged him to tell me how he did it, and all he gave me was a prayer to listen to. I started listening to it, and after a few hours, strange things started to happen. First, I felt massive amounts of pressure and anxiety. But this disappeared after a couple of days, and something extraordinary happened. I found a random lottery ticket on the ground. Without thinking much about it, I kept it. The next day, I found out they were the winning numbers. I earned an eye-watering sum of $216,000. Then I did more research on this 1-minute prayer. It came from an old church in Jerusalem and was used by rich, high-ranking church officials until someone blew the whistle and exposed them. Now it's available for everyone to use. But you must hurry and hear this prayer before the Vatican tries to take it down again. They intend to keep this a secret and are doing their best to suppress this information from leaking. This is a battle between good and evil. Listen to the divine prayer now and start manifesting massive blessings into your life. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret of listen to the 1-minute prayer now. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. God is not being cruel by asking you to release these things. He's being merciful because what He's giving you is far greater than what you're releasing. It's time to travel light. What's ahead of you is too sacred to be mixed with what you've already outgrown. If you're ready to leave behind what no longer belongs to your future, write in the comments, "I release it all. I'm ready to move forward." Say it from your soul. Let your spirit agree with what heaven is already preparing. The promise of protection in your next chapter. When God calls you into a new season, He doesn't just send you, He goes with you. You're not being pushed into uncertainty. You're being led into destiny. And where God leads, He protects, He covers, He secures. You've lived in places where you had to protect yourself. You've had to guard your heart, stay quiet when you wanted to speak, shrink when you were born to shine. You've walked through environments where survival meant silence, where you never truly rested, where you were always watching your back. But that was the old season. Now God says, "I will defend you." The Lord will watch over your coming and going both now and forevermore. Psalm 121:8. The place you are being led into isn't just more peaceful, it's divinely guarded. There will be protection in ways you've never experienced before. You won't have to fight for your name. God will silence every false voice. You won't need to defend your decisions. God will vindicate your obedience. You won't have to wonder who is for you. God is assigning people who carry purity, not hidden agendas. This protection will not always be loud, but it will be real. It will surround your home, your finances, your dreams, your family, your mind. You won't see everything God blocks, but you'll feel the safety He creates. He is already sending angels to guard every room, every hallway, every gate of your new place. Yes, angels assigned to your new address. Their swords are drawn. Their orders are clear. Do not let anything unclean enter here. You've been through too much to walk into this new chapter exposed. So God is sealing it. As the mountains surround Jerusalem, so the Lord surrounds His people both now and forevermore. Psalm 125:2. This next chapter is too sacred for the enemy to touch, too purposeful to be polluted, too powerful to be shared with those who carry poison. That's why you're seeing people fall away. That's why some doors are closing without explanation. That's why your old space is starting to feel heavier by the day, because heaven is cleansing your path. God is not just relocating you physically. He's sanctifying your atmosphere. The very air you breathe in this new place will be different, lighter, safer, anointed. And when you get there, you'll realize something supernatural. The peace isn't just in the place, it's in the protection. This protection will go before you. It will be your rear guard. It will be the whisper that says, "Turn here," or "Wait," or "Don't trust that one." God is assigning Himself as your personal watchman. So do not fear the unknown. Do not question the silence. Do not doubt the distance He's creating between you and your old environment. He is not just moving you, He is shielding you. If you believe God is protecting your next chapter, Write in the comments, "I am covered by the hand of God." Declare it boldly. Let heaven hear it. Let hell fear it. You are not alone. You are surrounded. You are protected. There's something sacred about a fresh start, but even more sacred than the place you're going is the presence that goes with you. And right now, God wants you to know you are not stepping into this next season unprotected. You've walked through fire. You've lived surrounded by silent warfare. You've endured emotional exhaustion, demonic attacks, betrayal, anxiety, and environments that were spiritually contaminated. And still you survived. But survival is not the end of your story. Now heaven is declaring a new word over your next chapter. I will cover you. I will guard you. I will walk with you. You see, when God brings you out of a place that broke you, He doesn't just give you rest. He gives you refuge. This next place you're entering is more than just a beautiful home. It is a sanctuary, a protected zone, a holy territory marked by the fingerprints of God. There is a hedge of protection being wrapped around your body for healing and strength, your mind for clarity and mental peace, your sleep for prophetic dreams and restoration, your front door so that no evil can enter, your finances so that what God gives no enemy can take, your future so that no curse from your past can follow you in. This is more than spiritual talk. This is real. Heaven has deployed a spiritual perimeter around your destiny. He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Psalm 91:11. Yes, angels are already in motion. Some of you are being protected from things you don't even know are happening behind the scenes. Delays that felt like rejection were actually divine blockades to keep you from entering places never meant for you. Breakups that shattered your heart were actually deliverance from disaster. Missed calls, lost opportunities, sudden redirections. They were all God's hand, not your failure. You were never unprotected. You were simply unaware of how fiercely heaven was defending you. And now, that same protection is going with you into the new. God is not just placing you in a house. He is establishing a fortress, a place where your children will sleep without nightmares, a place where you'll feel safe walking from room to room with no fear in your heart, a place where your spirit will rest, not just your body. And hear this clearly. No enemy will be able to follow you into what God is securing. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54:17. Not in your new home, not in your next job, not in your future marriage, not in your new level of spiritual authority. What tried to destroy you in the last chapter will be blocked at the border of this one, because this isn't just a blessing. It's a fortress covered in fire. That toxic place almost convinced you that you had to protect yourself, that you had to live tense, suspicious, always on edge. But God is saying, now rest. I've got it. I've got you. This is the chapter where you walk into rooms and feel peace, where you close your eyes at night and feel guarded, where you finally stop flinching at blessings because you know they are not traps. They are gifts from a good Father who has gone ahead of you. If you believe the next chapter of your life is divinely protected, write in the comments, "God is my shield. I will not fear." Let this be more than a comment. Let it be your prophetic banner. Say it with your spirit. Write it with faith, because your covering is real, your safety is sealed, and your new chapter is surrounded by the glory of God. Prophetic declaration. You will never return to that pain again. There comes a point in every divine journey when heaven speaks a final word to your past. It is finished. And I am here to declare to you, as a messenger, as a witness, as a voice sent for this moment, you will never return to that pain again. What once tormented you, what once made you cry in silence, what once kept you locked in fear, in cycles of emotional torment, in toxic loops of hope and heartbreak, will no longer have access to your life. The trauma healed, the confusion cleared, the spiritual oppression broken, the attachments that once pulled you backward, severed by the hand of God. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up, do you not perceive it? Isaiah 43:19. God is not just inviting you into a new space, He's closing the gate behind you. The enemy thought he could bring old wounds into your new world, but God has declared that season is sealed, that chapter is over, that battle is won. Let me say this plainly. You're not going back. Not mentally, not emotionally, not physically, not spiritually. Yes, memories may try to visit, but they will no longer have power. Yes, old voices may try to echo, but they will sound foreign to your healed heart. Yes, you may look back once or twice, but only to testify of how far God brought you. Because the pain you knew in that last place is not compatible with the purpose waiting in your new place. You are stepping into wholeness. You are stepping into clarity. You are stepping into full restoration. And this time, nothing and no one can pull you back. This is your Jordan River moment. You are crossing over. The wilderness behind you, the promised land ahead. And with each step you take, the sound of old sorrow grows fainter until one day, very soon, you will wake up, breathe in peace, and realize it doesn't hurt anymore. I'm not afraid anymore. I don't carry that weight anymore. This is the word of the Lord for you. You have cried your last tear for that place. You have apologized your last time for wanting freedom. You have begged your last moment for people to understand you. Now it's time to walk boldly, freely, without guilt, without fear, into the chapter you were always meant to live. You will no longer carry survival mode in your soul. You are entering the era of rest, the era of overflow, the era of divine alignment. And what once made you weep in secret will become the reason you worship in public. If you believe this is the final break from your pain and you receive this prophetic word, write in the comments, I will never return to that pain again. Let heaven hear it. Let hell be put on notice. Your soul is moving forward, and this time, you are not looking back. Now that you've heard this word, now that your spirit has recognized this message as a mirror of what heaven is doing in your life, there is one thing you must not do. Ignore it. This was not a coincidence. This wasn't just a video. This was a prophetic encounter. God just confirmed your relocation. He just revealed your next chapter. He just broke the last chain from your old season. So don't let this moment pass without responding in faith. Take a breath. Close your eyes for a second. Let peace wash over you. Let this word settle in your soul. Your life is about to change. Your home is about to change. Your story is being rewritten. God has declared it. You are leaving that toxic place and you are never going back. Now it's your turn to declare it too. Write in the comments, I claim this word. I'm ready for my new beginning. Let your words seal this word in heaven. If this message touched you, encouraged you, or confirmed what you've been sensing, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it with someone you love, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss another divine message. And remember, every time you watch, comment, and share, you're not just helping this message spread. You're helping God's voice reach the people who need it most. This is not the end. This is the beginning. Your peaceful place awaits, and heaven is guiding your every step. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you. And now is the moment I choose to reveal it. The law of attraction doesn't work. Try this. Back in 2006, over 30 million people bought a copy of The Secret. Did they all manifest their dream lives? Hell no. Only a tiny fraction of them did at most. Many people continue to try to manifest their dream lives today, only to fail repeatedly. What I've discovered in my journey is that most people are not working with the one part of their brain that's specifically designed to see and attract opportunities to them. This part of the brain is closed off or blocked for most people. That's all changed recently, though. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret of an ancient 60-second prayer believed to be connected to the Dead Sea Scrolls. It is transforming people's lives. It effectively opens up a part of the brain that's blocked in most people and connects them with the unlimited possibilities of the universe. Before the site is taken down, you can claim your copy of this ancient manifesting prayer. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you.